This call may be monitored or recorded for quality assurance or training purposes.
This call may be recorded.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, it's going great. Mandy, how are you?
I am doing really good over here. How about you?
I've been good. Yeah, it's been busy, which I love. I love that so much, the busyness, but also, when the moments where it's not so busy, I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I doing? Check in. Check in to see if I'm okay.
I know sometimes the busyness can make it difficult
But it's been good.
check in.
How have your breakthroughs been? Anything going on with you?
So I'm
Oh, wait,
doing
there was
really
a little bit of a lag.
Uh-oh, are we good?
I think so. Can you hear? Are you hearing a lag on your end?
I heard a little bit of like a rewind, and then it went again. Backtrack.
Really?
Maybe that's called a lag. It's fine now though. Are we good now?
I can hear you just fine right now. Okay, we're good. So what were you going to share?
So I am super proud of one of my CSRs. Her name is Julia H, and she works for the wonderful Progressive Heating, AC, and Plumbing. And I'm super excited for her because she just passed off of level 3. So she is one of our top tier CSRs in level 4, and she sent me the most beautiful photo of her certificates hung in her office. I'm not gonna lie, I teared up a little bit. I'm so excited for her. So I hope that she is celebrating because that's a big deal. Level 3 is a big deal.
Huge deal. You said her name was Julia?
Yeah, Julia.
Let's go, Julia. Shout out to Julia. That is not an easy thing to accomplish.
It's not. And we actually ran some numbers for her, and I believe there's about a quarter of our CSRs that we coach have made it to level 3 and beyond. So she's the elite. She's top tier.
Wow. Yeah, she's put a lot of effort into that. You know what is fun? I love asking my level 4 CSRs I don't know if you've done this. Have you ever asked your level 4s what they would, like, what advice they'd give to a level 1?
I haven't, but that's such a great idea, Tatiana. I'm going to do that. That's fantastic.
You should do it. And I'm curious to know what they say to you because I get the same answer almost every time.
What is that?
Ready for it? I hear they almost always say, I used to think that coaching was lame, but it got so much better. They almost always say that. They're like, if I could say anything to a level 1, I'd say, I was hesitant at first too. I didn't know if I was going to like it either. And then when you just dive into it, it got a lot better. And then they really commit. And you see that in level 2 and level 3, right? This like shift in your CSR where they really commit to things differently than they were before. And I think that's where that change happens. But it's really cool. That's one of the most common answers I've gotten from my level 4s. So you should ask. I'm curious if they say the same thing.
I'm going to start asking now because I love that. And it's going to be helpful. Like I have a lot of level 1s coming in. And so letting them know, like, hey, a person who's been in your shoes, this is what she would say if she were sitting right here with you. I think that's great. A fun thing that I do love to do, though, is I will play their very first calls that we listen to in level 1. And I will play a call in level 4. And the difference, oh, my gosh, it's such a fun activity. They're like, that was me? And I was like, yes,
I need to do that. That is so fun. Oh my gosh, I totally need to do that. I've never done that. That's
it definitely shows them how far they've come. Sometimes you can get lost in that. Like you don't realize how far you've come until you hear it in the phone.
Right. That's so awesome. I love these. That's great. Shout out to Julia again. Congratulations to her. I love that she's got those up on her wall and that she's so proud of them because she did put in so much work for those. That's pretty great. All right. Well, first of all, your hair looks amazing today. Second of all, let's go into it.
I just got out of the shower and spritzed it and did a little crunchy crunch. And so
did you?
Yeah.
I need to do a crunchy crunch. My hair looks like crunchy crunch right now.
No,
all right,
lovely.
Let's go ahead and listen to a call. I've got 4 today. Let's see how many we can get through.
Okay, sounds good.
We tested it before. We've never heard the call before. We did test it, though. Let me know if for any reason you can't hear it, Mandy.
Okay.
Let's go.
Thank you for waiting. How may I help you?
Yeah, my name is Eric, and I have a residential property that I'm the landlord for, and I had an HVAC person go out there over the weekend, but he said there was no power to the evaporator cooler.
Okay.
Okay. If that was something you guys could help with.
So there's no power going to the cooler? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, there's no power to the tap. Just for whatever reason, it seems to be going now, so we can figure out the junction box or what the issue was.
Okay.
And more electrical.
Sure, absolutely. And what have we been to this address before, Eric?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the zip code?
All right, let's pause right here. Let's just talk first impression. What were some of your first thoughts?
I think it's okay. She's doing a good job. I like that she used his name. I like that she said that we could get someone out there, but I didn't hear care for his evaporative cooler. That tells me he's in a warm climate where they're already using it. And I got to tell you, Tatiana, I'm not a happy camper when I'm hot. So I feel for this guy. I would have loved for her to say something like, man, we got to get that evaporative cooler working because nobody likes to be uncomfortable. Nobody likes to be hot.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good way to express the validation too. I agree because I do think there's a lot of good in this call. Like she's really engaged. She's asking great questions. I think that her tone is a really good example of what it sounds like to be positive without sounding over the top or fake. Yeah. I really like her tone a lot.
Yeah.
I would also say I like that she, at the very beginning, instead of just coming on saying sorry for the hold or sorry for the wait, she said, thank you so much for waiting. Mm-hmm. And jumped into it. You could tell that he was put on hold early on, so that was good. Yeah, I agree. I think the main key missing was care. Just a little bit of validation.
Before we jump into the next segment of the call, does your volume go up at all?
Oh, it does. Let me try that.
Maybe a little louder. I could hear him. It's coming through clear, but I had to strain a little bit to hear some of the details.
All right, let's try this. Tell me maybe give me a thumbs up if that sounds better, or one of these if it's just the same.
Okay.
I think it's
05. Mm-hmm. Okay. Is that the only cooling in the house?
No, there's the EVAP cooler's main cooling for the main part of the house, but I think there's a mini split.
Mini split. Okay. Yeah. Alrighty. Let me take a look here. Let's see what we can do. I could send a technician over there between. I'm
going to pause because that was such a short moment of the call, but it's a very important moment and something that we talk a lot about in training and coachings, and I want to break it down just a bit. So right there, she's sort of narrating, she's trying to fill the dead air. Mm-hmm. It's clear to me she's probably looking at the schedule. Yep. And I would love to hear a more of a narration and less of that sort of whispered uncertainty. Because she's like, okay, I'm looking. Let's see what we could do.
And the ums. She had a couple ums in there. So I could tell that she was uncertain. You could tell that her preparation is a little lacking in that moment.
Yeah. Agreed. And I would say what to do instead if you're in her shoes. And it's okay to not be totally aware. Obviously the schedule changes all day long, and that's all right. But to communicate more confidence in that moment, I would just simply narrate and tell them exactly what we're doing. Because you could tell people hold that back because they don't want to. I don't know if it's that they're like the fear of giving too much information, or I don't know why they do that, honestly. But it sounds like, instead of saying, okay, let's see what we can do. Saying, all right, we definitely want to get this taken care of. I just want to let you know what I'm doing right now. I'm taking a look at the availability. I'm doing some shifting, making sure we can find the best time.
Yep. I am a huge fan. I heard one of my CSRs
where the technician's at. We're going to get this fixed, right? And just certainty, and then move on.
Yes, we had a little glitch again, but I think we're back now. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. Say that one more time. What did your CSR say?
So she said, I want to make sure I get the best tech out there for you. And so I'm just looking at the availability for my best tech to come out. And that made the customer feel like, oh, good, like she's being selective in who she's sending. She's just not sending the first person.
Ooh, I love that. That's really good. That's really good. And that's exactly what we're doing too.
Yeah.
You know, give yourself some credit. That's exactly what you're doing. You're trying to find the best person for the job in all accounts. You know, dispatchers, they take a lot of things into consideration, and CSRs. So give yourself that credit and let them know that you're working for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's listen to it. One more minute of this call.
Say 11 and 1 o'clock. Would that work?
Let me double check. I'm not sure what the tenant availability is, but let's try that. And then if that doesn't work, I'll call you back.
Okay. What is the actual address, Eric? Okay. And should I put you down as the billing goes to you?
Yeah.
With this property address? Okay. What's your last name, Eric?
Correct.
Okay, great. And then do you have an email address we can put on file?
Yeah, gmail.com.
Perfect. And this is the best number to get a hold of you?
Correct.
Okay. Let me know if this works. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the schedule. And we'll either be there or you'll give me a call and say no. Okay?
Well, yeah, I guess I'll be doing 11 and 1 today.
Yes, sir.
All right. That sounds good.
Thank you so much. Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay.
I'm so happy she scheduled that.
Yeah, I like that she got it in the books. Absolutely.
Yeah, that was really good. Areas of opportunity. What stood out to you, Mandy?
I didn't like that she said no. She said, you'll let me know if it works or if, and I forgot her exact wording, but she said, or not, or no.
Or
and I
no, or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I would have loved for her to make it more positive. Like, we'll go back to the drawing board, or you'll let me know if it works, or if we need to keep looking for you. Like something to let you know it's not just going to be no and then the end of it, to keep that opportunity open. So I feel like we could have worded that a little bit more reassuringly. And I also wanted to talk about the technician. The technician has a big job when they go out there. They have to convert the work. They have to get the customers buy-in, and there's nothing that makes the technician more happy and stand a little taller than if the customer says, oh yeah, I spoke with so-and-so and they told me that you're the best. So I'm excited that you're here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I cannot agree more. I was going to say I wanted to talk to you about that. Like in this call, because if you're familiar with what we do, if you're familiar with what a build value statement sounds like, you know, it can be common where we say the same thing again and again. And so build value statements can definitely sound a little bit robotic. So we always encourage a unique build value.
Yeah.
Right. And so I'm shouting that out to anyone who's listening in. So Mandy, my question for you would be, in what ways could we have made this a unique build value? Is there anything that stood out to you?
Yeah, well, he's got a mini split, and so we know what kind of system he's working with. It's his evaporative cooler that seems to be not happy. And so I might have said, like, I'm going to send you one of my best technicians. He's going to take a look at it so that you can make sure that you're comfortable as we heat up.
Ooh, love that. I love that. And I would also add what she added. You know, what you just added in there, I think would complete the build value. And then what she had added saying, you know, we're going to keep that time for you. That way you've got it. Please let us know if anything changes on your end. Here, we're going to send that technician out. These guys are great. You know, and then go into everything you just said. You said it perfectly. I'll leave it at that. I'll try to rephrase, but it was great.
That would have been more personable. That would have not only provided a wow experience for the customer, but it probably would have broken up some of the monotony that you can get when taking call after call of someone being hot in their home.
Oh, for sure. For sure. And let's talk features and benefits for just a minute. In this call, she did sort of build value, right? She went in, she said, this is what you can expect, but she focused so much on the feature and not the benefit. She said, well, you know, we're going to book the time and you can let me know if it changes. Or she said something along those lines, instead of saying, we're going to make sure we've got this on the books for you. That way you're not having to worry about it. After you talk to your tenant, let us know. We can always change it. You know, these schedules are so flexible, we can make it work. Or maybe that's not the word choice you want. You know what I mean? Something like that. we can make it better.
Something along the lines of like, we're going to keep working with you. There's hope, right?
Yeah, there's hope. Exactly.
Yeah.
love it. All right, let's do another one. They send me 4 calls, and I'm never sure which one to play next. I'm like, sometimes I go out of order, and sometimes I'm like, which one goes next? It's like the roulette of calls.
Yeah.
This one's 7 minutes. Let's see. Might take up the rest of the call. Let's try it.
Welcome, this is Zoe. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Hi, this is Bobby Oak.
Hi, how are you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. How are you?
Man, your face.
I'm sorry.
I love this one.
So my first thought is, what is going on with this poor CSR? Does she not feel good? Did she just have a death in the family? Like, what is happening
I don't know.
in life? Yeah. I feel bad because she doesn't sound happy. She doesn't sound energized. Natasha says she's sleepy. It sounds like we just woke this poor woman up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It does sound like that. It does sound like that. That was my first impression too. It looks like it was Natasha's as well. Let's see where it goes from here.
I'm grateful, never better.
Awesome.
Yeah, how are you doing?
Good. I would like to.
Hold on, wait. I gotta rewind it. Did she ask her how she's doing? Is that why that?
The customer asked the CSR how she's doing, and the CSR said, I believe she said, I'm grateful, never better. And I'm thinking, you could have fooled me.
I know. Never better. All right. I'm gonna listen to it again because I'm just.
Welcome, this is Zoe. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Hi, this is Bobby Oak.
Hi, how are you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm grateful, never better.
Awesome.
Yeah, how are you doing?
Good. I would like to set up a flower bed cleaning.
Okay. Landscaping, that's going to be 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
There's a wait list of 2 to 3 weeks. It's going to be $190 an hour. Okay. Should we go ahead and do it?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can we pause here? There's so much going on right here that oh man, I feel for this CSR. She said, I love that she's trying to keep a positive outlook, like I'm grateful, never better, but that's what your words are saying, but your body is telling me, honey, something is wrong.
Yeah.
Something is wrong.
Right.
She's not engaged in this call. There wasn't care. She went straight to the time, and then she went straight to the price. It's almost as if she doesn't want this customer to book with her.
Right. Absolutely. It's a very interesting call. It definitely, because I agree with you. She has the words. She's got the words. I mean, for a moment, she also jumps right into address, or not address, but it was scheduling and pricing, which is some heavy negatives right away. I mean, and negative is maybe the wrong word, but it's a lot of information, and we don't have a relationship to talk about something like that yet. Like there's no like trust and value.
And I wonder if this CSR's had a lot of no's because of the time frame and because of the cost. And so maybe she feels like I need to be forthcoming with this, because when I go through the call and then I tell them we're booking out 2 to 3 weeks, or when I go through the call and I tell them it's, what did she say, 190 an hour?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, maybe she's getting a lot of no's. Maybe people are like, oh, I can't wait that long, or I'm not paying that much. Yeah. And so maybe she feels compelled to get that out in the open, but it creates a very transactional, almost repellent type of effect where it doesn't sound like she wants the customer to book with her.
I'm curious about how we're going to do this for 7 more minutes.
Yeah.
I'm very interested to know.
Let's find out.
Natasha also said the customer almost forgot what she called for. I think that's true. I think there was a little bit of like shock on the customer's end, especially because she asked her how she's doing twice. And she's like, I'm good. Where do we go from here? Yeah, she definitely wouldn't make me want to call back. I agree. I completely agree. Okay, let's see how this goes. That's not me.
Give me a sec.
Whoa.
What
Okay.
happened?
What's your first and last name, ma'am?
Bobby, Bobbe,
B-O what?
Bobb.
If you're a new customer.
Okay, I'm gonna skip through some of the logistics here because I think we all know what that's gonna sound like.
Yeah, she's not listening really well. And whatever that noise was, I don't know.
I know.
Getting service symptoms with tremor, shrubs, and head.
Oh wait, hold on. Also, these comments are killing me.
No, I know.
Natasha. The yikes. That's my thoughts exactly. My gosh, so much dead air.
Mhm.
Oh, y'all, we're still in it.
Okay, so you said what are the things you want again?
Oh,
The flower bed cleaning.
That's all.
what is going on?
Her listen principle's not solid. She asked for her to repeat the spelling of her name, and now she's asking for her to repeat her request. I feel for this CSR. There's got to be something going on. I don't know what that background noise was, if it was coming from the CSR or the customer, but my initial thought was, is she blowing her nose? Is she not feeling well?
Yeah.
And then I thought, is that a dead body dragging across the carpet? Like, what is happening over there? I was like, what's going on?
What is happening? Yeah, this is also not the normal. You know,
Yeah.
it's like this kind of call. I'm sure you guys, the ones listening in, don't have this. This definitely seems like an extra, a very worst case scenario kind of call.
Yeah.
What did I join to?
Taylor, I know.
Welcome. Happy Friday, Taylor. Funny.
So this makes me think also, Tatiana, this doesn't sound like a very experienced CSR. And so when I was a CSR, we did an annual employee survey. And one of the questions was, I have the tools I need to succeed at my job. And we had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. And when I hear something like this, it really makes me wonder, was this CSR set up for success? Does this CSR know how to use the system and navigate the call so that she can show up and be her best? Because I just can't think of any other reason that we would be so disconnected like this.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And I do also, it concerns me. I mean, because of how many times I've heard this kind of call, which is now once, right? Like, I don't hear this ever.
Yeah.
This is definitely not the norm. So it tells me, I feel like that says a lot about the CSR and maybe nothing to do with, I wonder because I've never heard, like, seems like there's a lot going on. I don't even know if we want to listen to the last 4 minutes of this. I think do you want to listen to just a little bit more?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Me too. Also, I want to have Marissa, she said someone's having a bad day, and I agree with you, just like what Mandy was saying. I think that's exactly what's happening. I mean, I hope that's what's happening. Or she just really has no regard for her job.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
How many hours do you want them to spend? How many hours do you want them
I've never
to
heard
spend
that question before.
Maybe 2.
She wants the job done.
2 hours?
Yeah, the customer really wants the job done. If she's putting up with this, I mean, especially at the beginning, when I'm like pausing it again, because especially at the beginning when she was like, this is how long you're going to have to wait. This is how she just lays out all the bad news. And the customer's like, okay.
But not only that, but why would you ask the customer how long you want? I want you to spend the time it takes to get it done, right? Like, you're the expert. You tell me how much time it's going to take for you to weed my garden bed. Tell me the dimensions of the bed. What kind of produce is in there? What's the condition of it? Like, what are we talking about? And then you tell me how long it's going to take, because I'm not the expert. I don't know how long something like this takes.
Right. Totally. Taylor also says, kind of adding to what you were saying, she sounds sad. She doesn't just sound like, this is like a very interesting call. and unmotivated for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's keep listening.
8 times 2. Is that okay? Because it's $1.90 an hour.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how long it will take them.
So you just want them to clean out the flower beds?
Yeah, just the front one.
No, come on, you can do it.
One second.
I totally agree with the comments, you guys.
Yeah, me too.
I remember once because like Natasha said she keeps referencing the cost as if it would turn the customer away. So it does feel like there's a lot of opinion in this call, even though she's not sharing her opinion. You know, she's like the size and all the extras.
Yeah.
And something like that. Yeah, Natasha
Are
says
they guys? I don't know what's going on.
I know. But I remember once hearing a customer call in, and I've shared this story so many times, but it just has always stuck with me. The customer was like, "Hey, do you have availability today?" And the CSR goes, "We do, but it's after hours. It's definitely going to be more expensive." Right? And it's so clear that CSR thinks that this afternoon's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
A terrible idea. But I'm like, that is the best idea for the right customer. That's the best idea. That's why it even exists. So
Yep.
you don't need to put your opinion in it. But I think Natasha made a good point. Like, maybe this is personal. And, Taylor said something like that too.
It
We're all
could
sending
be.
virtual hugs to CSR.
Yes. I love that Marissa put that, because that's the first thing that I'm thinking now too, is like, what is going on? I just want to hug her and tell her it's going to be okay. It's just one call. We can get through it. We can do this.
I know. Yeah. Aw. All right, let's keep going. Let's see if we get here more huffies and puffies.
Yeah, the front or the back.
Excuse me.
Pardon?
The front.
Okay.
She's already asked that like 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
We only have one.
Oh, I'm waiting for the customer to blow up.
So just so probably in like a month from now, you'll be getting a call back.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna add that to okay. So you know what cleaning out flower bed.
She does not want this customer.
No.
Okay.
This is pretty bad. I'm gonna skip because I feel like we're gonna get a lot more dead air.
Okay. 2 hours. Okay.
Amen, Natasha. She doesn't just want the customer; she doesn't want the job. She wants to go back to bed.
Just automatically come out from like your account when the time comes. Like just after your service.
Oh, I didn't mean to.
How much?
Thank you.
Wait, sorry, give me a second. Okay.
This is a really good what not to do, matching pace and
I'm also
tone.
gonna send you a landscape waiting list.
Okay, great.
So I just sent it to you right now as well.
Great. I appreciate it.
All right, that will be everything.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a blessed day. Thank you, man.
Whoa. Okay. So I want to give this customer credit. The patience of this customer. Holy cow. I wish I was as nice as she was. My goodness.
I'm sure of it.
I feel bad for the CSR though. Something's got to be going on, right? There's got to be a death in the family, or maybe she's having some terrible side effects from a medication. Like, something's got to be happening in this, right?
Literally something. I don't even know. Yeah, that was a weird one. That was weird. I was waiting for the customer to blow up or something. I almost felt like the customer. I wonder what kept the customer there.
Yeah,
Like, does she know the owner?
Or maybe she's an elderly woman that just needs her flower bed cleared out so that she doesn't get a fine from the city. I don't know, something though, but my goodness, what a painful conversation to listen to, let alone go through. Goodness gracious.
For real. What on earth? What did Taylor just say? Maybe she's gotten yelled at so much, has gotten to the point of having no confidence. It almost seems like she used to be turned down, hence her tone of voice. She does sound kind. Maybe limited resources to get the job done. I'll be honest, because we have a lot of everyone's kind of assessing this call. You guys are more positive than I. I'm like, she hates her job. She is trying to, I don't know what. Like, that's where my mind goes. I just assume she hates her job. Yikes.
It could be. Some people, my sister, God love her, hi Molly, if you're listening. She doesn't like people. And this is kind of the quality of care that she would give. Which is why she doesn't have a phone job, because not everybody's cut out for it.
Yeah. Right.
So,
That's true.
Yeah,
I am feeling that. Sabotage.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Oh, all right. Well, you guys, I hope that downer of a call doesn't start your day off too
We know what's not now, right? There's the silver lining. We've got a very clear example of what does not win the moment with the customer or the CSR.
That is the truth. We do. Very good example. Very good example what not to do. All right, you guys, thanks for hanging out. I love your participation in the comments. It was really fun. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye.
Have a good weekend. Thanks for being here, Mandy. Bye.